These two forces shall now be joined together in holy matrimony. Hey guys, MasakoX here. Now this scenario is quite possibly one of the most requested that I've ever received, almost as much as the whole ordeal with the whole what if Raditz turned good thing. This doesn't really need much of an introduction because I remember this scenario from when I pretty much started watching Dragon Ball. This is one of those enduring questions that fans of many generations have been asking and will continue to ask for many years to come. And that is, what if Goku married Bulma? Wait, what, Masako? People have been asking about that? Wow, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I thought so too. But hey, why not? Let's finish up What If Week for October with a cracker. This is the tale of a young boy and a young girl whose fates were sealed one day when the girl decided to cap the young boy in the face for daring to try and destroy her car. From there began a journey between Bulma and Goku and many other friends to try and gather the 7 Dragon Balls. What were they going to wish for, I hear you ask? Well, a lifetime supply of strawberries. Oh, and then later a boyfriend. Yeah, they're not wholesome, but remember, Bulma was 16 at the time. Simple pleasures and whatnot. But what if, like a cheesy rom-com, the boyfriend that she was seeking was right beside her all along? But Masako! But Yamcha needs Bulma! Yamcha's nothing without Bulma! If he doesn't end up with her, then he'll end up just being a sad and lonely bachelor. Uh-oh. So why would Bulma choose Goku over Yamcha then? I think it wouldn't be an immediate attraction, it would be more something like a slow burner. Initially, Bulma would just find Goku as an oddity, something interesting, nothing more. A recluse with a heart of gold and somewhat decent manners, except when it comes to the matter of eating, that is. He is quite naive when it comes to the likes of romance and dealing with girls, but I think at this point it really doesn't matter because they're both so young. Goku has absolutely no clue, so the best thing for Bulma to do right now is just try not to worry about it. So what will Yamcha do? Oh, don't worry, he's still going to be coming along. I'm just not going to leave him in the desert or anything. He's certainly a worthwhile ally to have, but nothing romantic ever happens between them. But hey, there is another byproduct though. He will gain confidence when it comes to talking to girls. I must admit that when I was a teenager, I was actually really scared of girls because I went to an all-boys school and I didn't really interact with them, and the few interactions I did have were really kind of mean. They were kind of bullies. But in time, I got over it. And in a way, I think Yamcha will have the same thing happen to him. After he gets used to Bulma's presence, he will realize for himself that not all girls are out to get him. There is one out there that will really truly get him, and he will be happy. He will become a better and more rounded person for it. He will also begin to understand himself better and pluck up the courage just to talk to girls casually, like a friend. So don't worry, Yamcha will be okay, and he will also one day dream of being a baseball. So for the time being, Bulma carries on becoming a budding scientician with Yamcha along as one of her best friends. Later on, they return to watch Goku fight the likes of Jackie Chan at the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai. And this is the point when Bulma begins to see Goku in a slightly different way, as a whole other person. When seeing him in his element, doing something that he was born to do, fighting, it actually somewhat mesmerizes her. The feelings towards Goku are coming, but not yet. Fast forward to the Red Ribbon Army saga, and to the point when Bulma's trying to use her ways to try and persuade General Blue from not attacking them, which of course doesn't work for obvious reasons. And those reasons become even more apparent when you actually read the source material. When Goku comes in and saves the day, Bulma begins to understand the feelings that she's had towards him this entire time. It's slowly beginning to click. Her feelings weren't based on curiosity, they were the building blocks of a crush. Things continue to evolve in the King Piccolo saga, but this time, it's from Goku's point of view. This is all stemming from the point when Bulma begins to show off her scientific abilities more and more. Goku is seeing Bulma in her element now too, and begins to respect her in a different way. He is really impressed with her smarts and resourcefulness. He's kind of actually proud of her. But this isn't just pride, this is actually a mesmerization in some way. Just like Bulma had with Goku while he was fighting in the tournament. These feelings are very different to what he's used to. He's kind of confused by it. And yeah, I'm showing my age, because teenagers have no idea what they want when it comes to love. This is just another case of that. Again, he's not aware of love, so he doesn't know how to react, so he just kind of tries to react the way he usually does. For now, Goku just chalks it up to the fact that they're just becoming even better friends, because Bulma, she's so reliable. What What about Chi-Chi, Masako? Well, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about her. Her first interactions with Goku carry on as they do in the anime and the manga, but this time, Goku is even more oblivious because his interests are somewhat deviated from the norm. When Chi-Chi asks him about whether he will think of her when he is away, he is even less enthusiastic and even more naive. Chi-Chi, as a result, loses some of her marital spirit, but don't worry, it's still there, she's still gotta get Goku! Now, things really come to a head in the Piccolo Jr. saga. When Bulma and Goku reunite after 3 years, things literally begin to hot up. This is where most of the speculation for this pairing actually arose. This is where it came from. She actually did say that he was kind of attractive, and she was slowly thinking, hey, this Goku, he's kind of hot. This feeling of attraction, coupled with the mesmerization and friendship they've had for so long, might actually be the beginnings of a full-blown relationship. However, she still has to contend with Chi-Chi. Now, if you're thinking that Bulma and Chi-Chi would actually fight it out to try and win over Goku's affections, I don't think that would actually happen. When Chi-Chi actually talks to Goku and asks whether he remembers about a certain girl asking whether he would marry her, he has absolutely no recollection of it whatsoever, much less than he did in the anime. And this just angers Chi-Chi. And yeah, this actually makes Goku feel even less endeared towards Chi-Chi right now. He doesn't take kindly to this. So instead of actually convincing Goku to stick around and wait for the big reveal that, oh, she's Chi-Chi all along, he kind of just wanders off, bored and slightly annoyed. But how does that work, Masako? Well, Goku at this point doesn't really remember it as well as he did in the original story. At this point, some of the details got mixed up and jumbled because Goku's memory isn't exactly the best. Things would have got jumbled up and he wouldn't really remember it clearly. And when you couple that with the admiration and feelings that he's beginning to have towards Bulma, the desire to actually try and remember who Chi-Chi is just isn't there anymore. You actually begin to get an idea as to why Chi-Chi isn't really getting her way in this scenario. Chi-Chi tries to win Goku over one more time during their fight in the tournament, but Goku's just going through the motions at this point and wins easily. Chi-Chi then reveals her name, which shocks everyone. This is her last resort, but Goku still isn't fazed. She demands to know why Goku's being so cruel and why he broke his promise. He doesn't remember the promise and then promptly says, well, I kind of like another girl already. Goku then points to Bulma in the crowd. This catches the whole gang off guard, especially Bulma. I think she was kind of expecting a more romantic confession of Goku's feelings towards her, but I guess it will do. Chi-Chi, now in a bit of a tailspin at this point, tries one more thing to try and win Goku over and make him realize the error of his ways by kissing him on the cheek, kind of like she does in the anime. And yeah, it doesn't work. It didn't work in the original anime somewhat, and it doesn't work now. Tradition reigns. Now with not much of a leg to stand on, Chi-Chi admits defeat, and this is where Yamcha's newfound confidence comes into play. Remember in the original story that Chi-Chi presumed that Yamcha liked her, and actually apologized that she couldn't marry him? Well, something comes of that in this story. You know, any port in a storm, those two get together. Yamcha at this point is a much better person when it comes to social interaction, so things kick off with great guns. So hey, actually, nobody loses out. Now that Bulma definitely knows that Goku is into her, she is shouting and cheering on for him even more during the fight between him and Piccolo Jr. When all is said and done, Goku and Bulma begin to forge their relationship and it continues to blossom. Bulma helps Goku recover after the fight with Piccolo, and together, eventually, they hook up. Their wedding is absolutely wonderful, but it's not the first wedding that we will see. Chi-Chi wasn't going to let Bulma beat her to the punch again. Their relationship blossomed even faster, and Yamcha's determination now and the newfound confidence that he's got managed to make him ensure that his career as a baseball player would be even more successful and start sooner. Chi-Chi knew that he would become a very successful and rich professional baseball player, so yeah, let him follow his dreams. Her desire for a more stable relationship would be a lot more grounded this time. Not only that, but it would be a much less one-sided relationship than the one she has with Goku. Yamcha would outright love Chi-Chi and would go out of his way to be a really good husband and partner. Goku, yeah, they're kind of companions and stuff, but Yamcha and Chi-Chi, it'd be a whole other league. So yeah, things turn out okay between Yamcha and Chi-Chi. What about Goku and Bulma? What happens to them, I hear you ask? Well, Bulma's a smart woman, and would actually understand that Goku might be slow to the uptake on certain things, so she's just got to have some kind of patience. Goku appreciates having Bulma as a wife because he can actually now easily find Dragon Balls if they ever need them, as well as actually admiring her intelligence and smarts and abilities, something he doesn't really understand and just going, Wow, Bulma, you're so cool. You know things that I don't. We make a good team. And he knew it was true love when he saw the state of her kitchen. Yeah, in his mind, I think he made the right choice. So what happens in the 5-year gap between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z? Well, pretty much what you would expect. Goku still has his house in the middle of nowhere, but it's actually now got a few more mod cons thanks to Capsule Corporation. It's basically somewhere for them to go on weekends. And it's also somewhere that Bulma can work in peace and turn to the birth of their new baby boy, Gohan. What, Masako Gohan still in the story? Well, yeah, and there's a reason for that. Goku would have insisted on calling their firstborn child Gohan after the memory of Grandpa Gohan, the person that took care of him as a baby and a kid. And I think Bulma would have understood the importance of this decision because she would have gotten how important Gohan meant to Goku. Do Chi-Chi and Yamcha have a kid? Well, I believe so. It's part of Chi-Chi's mission as a wife and a mother, and just general aspirations. Yamcha brought in the money, so that means Chi-Chi could actually make a really lovely home for the pair of them, as well as their new child. And I think for the fact that they're now in the city, Chi-Chi's social life and friendship base would be even better. You know what, I think they would actually be a really lovely little family unit. Isn't that what we want for them, really? For them to be happy? For characters to be happy and not have Toriyama screw them over? I think that's our dream. So now we have a 4-year-old Gohan who has gone with Goku and Bulma to visit Kame House. Since Bulma is a lot more socially active too, and the likes of Krillin and Yamcha are more likely to visit, the whole revelation of Goku having a kid is far less significant. However, another visitor is about to make himself known. Raditz shows up, and then the whole ordeal begins with the mystical adventure that is Dragon Ball Z. And for now, I think this is where we shall leave things. I think this is going to be a multi-chapter story. I really feel it in my bones. I was a little wary of this scenario at first because I just thought it started off weird and that it wouldn't really go anywhere and it'd be pretty straightforward and I could just whip through it in one part, but as I wrote it, it was not the case at all. There is a lot of potential to be had here and the setup here was a blast to write. I can't wait to get back to this next month and see where this is going to go. Speaking of next month, do you have an idea for the next What If week? If you do, tweet me at MasakoX with the hashtag WhatIfWeek and I'll have a look through all the ideas and who knows, your idea might be one of the ones that I pick for next month. So stay tuned and thank you for watching. So what do you guys think? Did you like this setup? Do you think the couples that I've established are truly made for each other? Leave a comment below and let's get this discussion going. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next one, be sure to like and subscribe. Catch you later!